Choosing a protein supplement. I mean, it sounds simple, right? But for millions of us, it's this incredibly confusing and frustrating process. So today, we're going to dive into ProteinMatch, which is a new AI-powered solution that's designed to solve this surprisingly difficult problem. Okay, let's just start with this real-world scenario because it perfectly captures the issue. A person has a very specific, super important health need. They know what they're looking for. But what happens when they use our everyday tools, like a search engine? They just get the most generic, one-size-fits-all answer that really doesn't help at all. And that's the big question, isn't it? You know your goal, you know your budget, so how hard can it possibly be to find the right product? Well, as it turns out, the whole system is almost set up to create confusion. Let's actually break down why this is so tough. The team behind ProteinMatch pinpointed 4 huge challenges that people, and especially Indian women, run into every single day. First off, there's just an avalanche of information. We're talking more than 100 products all making conflicting claims. Then, and this is a really big one, our unique health needs are just completely ignored. Think about specific hormonal changes like during menopause or conditions like PCOS. A standard search just can't handle that. Then you've got your budget. It's not just about the price tag, it's about finding real value. And finally, dietary needs. If you're vegetarian, vegan, or lactose-free, good luck. It's a perfect storm of confusion. So when you're faced with all that chaos, how do you fix it? You don't just build another search filter. No. You have to build a totally smarter way from the ground up. And that's exactly what ProteinMatch is all about. And here it is. The best way to think about ProteinMatch isn't as a search engine, but more like your own personal AI concierge. Its entire purpose is to listen to your specific, unique health profile and then deliver a recommendation that is genuinely personalized for you. So how in the world does it pull this off? Well, the magic isn't one giant AI model. It's what's called a multi-agent system. Honestly, the easiest way to picture it is like having a dedicated team of digital specialists where each one has a specific job and they all work together on your behalf. And the process is incredibly smooth. You start just by putting in your profile, your age, goals, budget, all that stuff. Then a team lead agent, which they call the router, analyzes your info. And this is the really smart part. Based on what you need, it intelligently decides which specialist agents to call into the conversation. It doesn't bother everyone, just the experts you need. Finally, all their insights are combined into one single clear answer for you. So let's actually meet the team. First, you've got the router agent. That's the orchestrator, the team lead directing all the traffic. Then you have the specialists. There's a nutritionist agent that gets called only for specific needs, like menopause. You've got the searcher agent, which is the workhorse that digs through the database to find and rank products. And, kind of a cool bonus, there's even a recipe chef agent that can whip up smoothie ideas, but only if you ask for them. And this right here, this is the system's secret weapon. It's called conditional calling. So instead of running every single request through every single agent in a long, slow chain, the router only calls the experts that are actually needed for your case. This makes the whole process incredibly efficient and perfectly tailored to you. Okay, so the theory is great, but let's see how this intelligent system actually behaves with some real-world examples. This is where the adaptive nature of ProteinMatch really starts to shine. Check this out. On the left, we have a pretty straightforward user, a 30-year-old athlete with no special health concerns. The system sees the simple profile and calls only one agent, the searcher. It gets a fast, direct answer. But now look at the right, a user with much more complex needs, menopause, lactose intolerance. The system completely adapts its strategy. It calls the nutritionist agent first for expert advice, and then it sends that advice over to the searcher to find the right products. You see? 2 different users, 2 completely different optimized pathways. And this intelligent routing directly impacts performance. A simple query gets you a response in about 3 seconds. But more complex one takes a little longer, around 7 seconds, because it's literally doing more work for you. It's consulting that specialist to get you valuable advice. It's fast when it can be, and thorough when it needs to be. So we've seen the what and the how, but let's take a quick peek behind the curtain at the really clever engineering that makes this system not just smart, but practical and robust. At the very heart of the searcher agent is this custom 100-point scoring system. Now, it doesn't just match keywords. It weighs a whole bunch of factors, giving the most points to things like nutritional fit and your life stage, but also looking at value for money, quality, and even your preferences. This is how it delivers a recommendation that's truly holistic. And this really shows how it's built for the real world. It uses smart caching, so repeat searches are instant. It knows how to handle common tech errors gracefully, so the app doesn't just crash. And I love this part. If your budget is too tight, it doesn't just give you a no results dead end. It flexes. It'll show you the most affordable options it can find. That's just smart. So, what does this all add up to? Why is an intelligent protein finder like this a glimpse into a much bigger idea? Well, it's because the scale of this problem is absolutely massive. This is not a niche issue. This kind of technology has the potential to help over 200 million Indian women navigate a really confusing market and make genuinely better, more informed health decisions for themselves. When you boil it down, ProteinMatch wins because it's not just tech for tech's sake. It solves a real problem. Its AI agents are orchestrated intelligently to add real value, not just complexity. The whole experience is optimized for speed. And because of its design, it's scalable. You can easily imagine adding a dietitian agent or a workout specialist down the road without having to rebuild the whole thing. And that really leaves us with a final thought. This whole project is a powerful blueprint for how these teams of AI agents can cut through complexity and give us truly personal advice. So if AI can perfect something as specific as a protein choice, just imagine what's next for the future of personalized healthcare.